Hello and welcome to Spanish Online. This is an online-only Spanish class, meaning that we will not be using a physical classroom for teaching. Make sure you check with the facilitator about the exact Spanish course you have. Some courses require that you attend a physical classroom, and others require that you attend an online session that's like a virtual classroom, which is this course. Regardless, you will have access to Canvas, and the Canvas course is where you're going to do your work. All students use Canvas for Spanish, no matter what teacher they have. This course uses two websites, Canvas and Adobe Connect. Canvas is where you learn, complete your homework, submit assignments, access recordings, interact with your teacher and other students, ask questions, get notifications, take unit tests and quizzes, and check your grades. Again, all students that are taking Spanish will have Canvas. They'll have access to Canvas. And this is what it looks like. When you log into Canvas at excelsiorcharter.instructure.com, you will log in there and you'll see in your dashboard, you will find your Spanish class, your Spanish course. Click that and then you'll see this. You'll see Course Home at the top. If you click on that, you have a lot of resources here. Notice also that this says Spanish 1, but it could be Spanish 2. You'll see the Adobe Connect live session links. If your classroom, if you're not using a classroom, a physical classroom, but rather a virtual session, you'll see required materials, recorded sessions. If you're not doing the physical classroom, the teacher will post recorded sessions there. Café Estudiantil is a discussion forum where you can ask questions of other students and you can get to know each other there. Oficina Virtual, virtual office. This is where you can ask the teacher questions and other students can interact with those as well. I would recommend against posting anything that has to do with your own personal grades or any kind of issue that you would rather keep private, because anything there can be seen by other students in the course. You'll see the syllabus there, grades and unit tests, information about how those work, assignments and assignment types, Michel Thomas modules which are used in Canvas, Duolingo requirements, and different resources there, calendar, unit testing, expectations, academic honesty, online translators in use like Google Translate, anti-bullying, and things like that have to do with Excelsior policy, and sharing documents and setting up a Google account. These are all in your course home. You can find a lot of good information there. If you have a question about the operation of the course, make sure you're looking at that and just take a moment to go through those things and read through those. Make sure you understand. Now, you'll start with week 1, and when you are active in your class and the year has started, you're going to see all of this, that this will go live. And so right now I can't click anything because it's not available. It's not available because the year hasn't started. So once the year starts, you will be able to actually click those. These rocket icons mean this is a little quiz. These are content or wiki pages. They just have information. So you will want to look at those before you take the quiz. And these quizzes don't necessarily count as quizzes, weekly quizzes. However, if you look down, you'll see a weekly quiz that's marked as a quiz as well. These would count as quizzes for your grade, but with Excelsior, it all counts for your classwork anyway. And then you'll have a unit test after. You'll see some links. These are discussions. So you'll complete all of these assignments, quizzes, and discussions. And this icon means it's an assignment. These are things you have to submit. These content pages, there's no submission, they're just there for your information. Okay. So this is how Canvas works. You can see grades, you can see all your discussions, you can even go in and pin a discussion. You have pinned discussions here, but you can unpin a discussion if you like. It's up to you. And with the modules, this is where your work is going to be. Your grades will be available here, and so on and so forth. You'll also see Google Drive. Google Drive, there's a few assignments for that. You will need a Google account, so make sure you have one. You can create a new one, but make sure you're also communicating with your family as far as what they expect of you for your own family's privacy concerns, and take that into account. You can, of course, contact your facilitator or your Spanish teacher and discuss some options if you're not able to have a Google account. You can actually create a Google account with your student email address. Just click to create a new account in Google, and then just select the option for keeping your own email, so you can actually use your student email address for the Google account if you like. Okay, you'll see a calendar over here. I'll show all the work that is coming up and that's due. You'll see here for Canvas, everything is due on the Sunday after it's assigned for the most part, and you can click on things and check on those. You also have an inbox if you get messages from the teacher. Example of the Adobe Connect login. The Adobe Connect is our classroom, and just like a classroom, you don't need to sign up. You just enter the room, and this is only for students that are taking an online only course and not attending a physical classroom. So you do not need a login, you do not need a password for this. To log into Canvas, yes, you need a password. However, no one needs a password for Adobe Connect unless otherwise instructed. So you don't have to be logged on to Canvas even, or have any password. Just click the link that your teacher gives you and type your name where it says enter as guest. So I will type my name here, and I would simply enter the room. Okay, don't worry about entering with your login password. This is only for the host, which is your teacher. You just simply click enter the room. Please feel free to install, to try this link early. If you're using a device, it's important to try it and see how you do with things. So this is what you'll see, but make sure you do test that link out. If you use a device, you will be prompted to install the free app for Adobe Connect. Please do this before the first session. If you're using a desktop or a laptop, you may need to install an add-in, and so please do that before the first session, so that you are not you don't have to worry about getting different things done. So please encourage you to just try it and then leave the meeting once you're done. Okay, you'll notice that my name is here under participants, which is correct. I'm a participant in this class. As an example, your host, your teacher, is going to appear up here. You will see the video feed right there. And if the teacher has your microphone enabled, you will click here, or you'll click the microphone icon in your phone or device for an app. You can interact by clicking here, raise hand, agree, disagree, step away. You can ask the presenter speak louder, softer, speed up, slow down. You can react to different things too, and of course clear your status once you pick one. So here's an example. You see the check mark there, and I could clear it off that way. You'll also be able to interact in the chat, and you can ask a teacher questions or ask other students questions in this way as well. Keep in mind that the chat is monitored, and that everything you do is it all follows under Excelsior's guidelines. So please make sure you're following any teacher instructions, and also you're expected to be appropriate at all times, even when nobody else is in the room. This is how you're going. This is your classroom. You're going to see something being shared here. Usually, be a PowerPoint, might be a little video, and you go from there. You might have a teacher call on you to help you with something, or they can ask you to share something and say something, in which case you'll make sure your microphone is on and other students will be able to hear you. There are also things called breakout sessions. Your teacher will put you in those and explain how those work, but it's not going to be much different from what you see right now. And you will just stay in here until the teacher ends the meeting, and I'm going to just exit right now. If you ever need to log out and log back in, just do the same thing. Of course, you're not really logging in. If you are not able to open Adobe Connect, you may need to download this. This is for the desktop version. And that's it. You just have your Canvas login for your school work and Adobe Connect, which will be for your class time. And it should be about twice a week at the same time, those 2 days, just like you would a regular workshop. But please make sure you contact your teacher, refer to your classroom teacher on their specific instructions. Gracias.